Steven, you've done a good job cleaning your bed, but you also have to pick it up.
The campers who come here are fragile. They've experienced a lot of failure in their lives, and they are reluctant to try things at times because they don't know how people are going to respond to them, and because they've experienced so much failure, they worry that they're not going to feel good and they're going to be hurt.
We're going to set high expectations for these campers. We're going to tell them first and foremost, right off the bus, you're going to have a terrific summer. You're going to have a wonderful 3 weeks or 2 weeks, however long they come. And that's a different message than they sometimes will get because, okay, these adults don't know us and they don't know what I've been through, or they don't know all the issues that I have.
The first year my son came to Ramapo, he was 7 years old. And my wife and I were nervous. When he entered the camp, there was a line of counselors, and they cheered. And he gave this big smile, and he turned back and looked at us and said, "Bye, Mom, bye, Dad," and he was off. And from that moment on, I knew that he was going to be okay.
It's thrilling for these kids to get away for 3 weeks, to be on their own, to be responsible for themselves, to develop these relationships. Invariably, these kids come back.
There are some kids who may not have language, or they may have more limited language than some of their peers. By including those kids into the sort of the mainstream camp, it has really done wonders in terms of building community in these bunks.
See the higher functioning kids hold that kid's hand and take them places and make sure that they're included, which is a tremendous experience for people on both sides.
Yeah, Jojo. Yeah. Nice help, Jojo.
One of the philosophies here is that the road to self-esteem is through skill building. That you won't see anybody sitting with a kid under a tree here trying to process with them how it felt when all the other kids could hit the baseball and they couldn't. You're going to see that counselor hand over hand trying to teach the kid how to hit the baseball, or row the boat, or tie their shoes, or use a knife and fork, or make a friend.
We can teach youngsters how to engage another youngster, how to engage the staff, how to be positive, how to be enthusiastic, how to be eager, how to put a smile on their face, how to get involved in terms of activities, how to say I need help. And that might be the most important, aspect of what we do as well, is we teach youngsters how to say I need help, as opposed to how to act out their frustrations.
There are kids who learn to be leaders here and learn job skills. There are kids who learn to make eye contact and initiate conversations. There are kids who learn to share a toy. There are kids who learn to just stay with a group. We're really assessing kids on who they are and setting individual goals for them.
We write our helpful hints about our child, and a lot of other places, they don't pay attention to that. Here, the counselors, they pay attention to what's so special for your child.
And they have a system that really works. It's a program that they're able to communicate to their counselors year after year after year.
A typical bunk group will have 6 campers in it and 4 or 5 staff. But then on top of that, there are specialists, there are supervisory staff, all of whom work directly with the kids. In a typical year, we're going to have about 210 kids at each of our sessions, and probably about 225 staff whose role it is to work directly with them.
The fact that there is an overall 1-to-1 ratio, that there is a team of counselors who are working with every kid, that no one of those counselors is ever alone, and that all those counselors have supervision and resources to help them do their job, really means we've got a team of people equipped to build relationships with almost any kid.
You guys ready to go diving?
Yeah!
Yeah!
It's camp. To me, it's a camp like I send my typical son to. They get instructional swim, they go to the lake, they go on overnights, they go on hikes.
I like to go fishing.
I caught a fish! Yeah!
I like fun area, which is kayaking. It's really, really cool.
And tubing and pool swim. I really like it. It's awesome.
And there's a big dining place, and you get to eat really good food.
When you have fun, a week or a day goes by fast, real fast.
Wish I could stay another 3 weeks.
Oscar gets an award from Lodge 7 for showing interest in others.
Wherever it is that they're faced with difficulty or challenges, we want to teach skills that are going to help enable them to be successful, not just till the last day of camp. but well after camp has ended.
I'm just so happy here. This is Jake's third summer, and he's going to come back next summer.